Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface, and I'm very happy to say, on Final Fantasy XIV Around Reborn, I say this with a wee bit of surprise, because of course the vast majority of content on my YouTube channel comprises of World of Warcraft videos. But I believe today's video has just as much to do with World of Warcraft as it does Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll explain why. Because I think there are two big negative elements in endgame content currently within the World of Warcraft. The first one, you won't be surprised to hear, is LFR. Yes, I rant about it on a very regular basis, especially during my live streams, where there's just zero consequence to your actions. You can stand in boss mechanics all day long. Very rare that you'll actually get killed, because even if the mechanic doesn't kill you, the healers will top you back up. And believe me, I've seen plenty of instances of fights where people just do not move out of them, full stop. Even if you wipe, you gain determination, you keep on wiping, you get determination, it virtually becomes impossible for you to fail. Same with scenarios. 3-person dungeon-esque based content where you don't have to have a tank and you don't have to have a healer. Again, virtually impossible to fail. And if there's no consequence, and the word of the day, the word of the video is consequence, if there's no consequence, where's the fun? Now here I am fighting Titan. I'm a level 35 summoner in Final Fantasy, which means I'm still in the leveling up process, but I've got to a part in the story arc where I need to team up with other people to defeat this guy to push forward my story. And I just queue up as I would, let's say, in World of Warcraft in a dungeon finder type of situation. When the dungeon gets full, it pops us in, and it will comprise of a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS. 4 people as opposed to 5. So it's kind of like a midway point between a World of Warcraft dungeon and a World of Warcraft scenario. But here, let me tell you straight away, every action has a consequence when it comes to the boss's mechanics. This mechanic here, where he comes slamming into the fight, you go too close to Titan, you will take colossal damage. The further you are away, the less damage you take. But you get too far away, when he lands, he'll smash you off the edge of the cliff. You fall off the edge of the cliff, you die. It's all over for you. This coming in straight now, that massive crash which he does, if I didn't move out of that, I'd be blasted off the edge. And then he encases somebody in granite. If you don't get them out of the granite, then they will be trapped in there. If he did that maneuver on them, kill them, etc, etc, etc. There's also further mechanics. In the second phase, which we're in now, we have the Titan's Heart. This is now a DPS race to destroy it. If we do not destroy the heart within a specific time limit, we'll all die. It will wipe the whole of the raid. On the right hand side, you can see a timer ticking down. 16 minutes, 22 odd seconds left. When I came in this dungeon, it was on 60 minutes. We had an hour to defeat this boss. Now, we've not been fighting it for nearly 45 minutes, but we have been wiping, because you mess up one of the mechanics and it has a serious consequence. We had people getting knocked off the edge when he was doing the slam. Okay, we had people that didn't move out of that smash coming in again, got bashed off the edge. We got DPS dying during the Titan Heart phase. And because we lost the DPS, we lost the damage, we didn't manage to do it within the time limit because it was a DPS race to defeat the heart. He wiped the raid. Then you notice in the third phase, now that the heart's been destroyed, we get an extra mechanic thrown into the fight as well, which is like this you know, kind of void under the feet. It'll come back in a moment. If you do not move out of these voids, then you will take approximately 50% of your health in damage. There we go, I'm moving out very, very quickly indeed. And the best thing about these mechanics is this. If you do not respond to them immediately, and I mean immediately. I'm not saying pause. I'm not saying finish your cast. I'm not saying scratch your backside. If you do not respond to those mechanics immediately, you will die. So look, The healer didn't quite get out of there in time. They took a little bit of damage. Or the DPS didn't quite get out of there in time, and they took some damage. It's something which must be responded to. And on top of that, the healer's mana is very, very important. They can easily go if people take way too much damage. So we need to make sure that we avoid as much of the mechanics as humanly possible to make it that little bit easier. But I'm a summoner, so I actually have to act as a support healer as well as do DPS too. Now, we've just lost them. We've just lost our healer, but thankfully Titan is so low now that we all decide just go balls in. I could revive them, but it'd take a long, long cast time to do a revive on Titan. So I just need to top up the tank with a couple of heals here and then dot up Titan to the full, and we should be able to do it. So everything had a consequence. And to me, even though we wiped for 45, 46 minutes, couldn't care less. Had the most fun I have had in an MMO for years. And I mean a long, long time. Blizz, I genuinely think you've got to learn about things like this when it comes to content within the World of Warcraft. There is nothing wrong with challenging, tough content in an MMO. It doesn't detract from fun whatsoever. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Twitch for live streaming. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.